Mr. Anush Ramaswami is a mechanical engineering graduate from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore, and additionally holds a master's degree in business administration from RIT, NY. He is the president and managing director of Sri Kumaraguru Mills Limited, SKG, which has its core business in the textiles industry and also private equity investments in technology, infrastructure, and real estate development. Mr. Anush's vision and dedication extend beyond his professional achievements as he continues to play a pivotal role in empowering the next generation of civil servants through the Shampavi Samkalp UPSC program. We owe a great deal of gratitude to Mr. Anush Ramaswamy for his invaluable support and leadership in making the Shampavi Samkalp program a reality. Mr. Anush was also the past national chair of CII Young Indians. I request Mr. Anush to deliver the felicitation address.
Respected Governor Ravi avargale, UPSC ka Vishwaguru Santosh Chaneja avargale, PSG Tech Principal Prakasham avargale, YI Coimbatore Chair Vishnu avargale, all the dignitaries arrived here, all the UPSC freshly minted candidates who are here, their parents and all the aspiring students, wishing you all a very good morning and a warm welcome. So, I think Tanja ji will talk more about Sankalp, the organization, which was actually started with this yeoman vision of creating very upstanding UPSC officers. So, I shall give him the honor of explaining what it is. So, in our own small way, what we have done for Coimbatore as a start is bring Sankalp from Delhi to Coimbatore in the form of Shambhavi Sankalp. So, why we did this? Actually, we did this for two reasons. One is we wanted meritocracy among the aspiring officer candidates. Meritocracy, why we thought we should give is, especially in a state like Tamil Nadu, the cost that at which we offer this program is probably 1/4 of the median cost of the other institutes that are offering here. But that's not the only reason. The other main reason is we felt that the exposure and the availability of material and people to guide these candidates are far higher in Delhi, because Delhi being the capital of the country, we wanted to bring that experience, to give that same experience starting with Coimbatore and all over South India later. So through the hybrid mode, what we have done is whatever classes are being taken by very respected officers in Delhi, we are able to give a live feed here. And not only that, we are aspiring to also have these candidates sitting in Coimbatore join the interactive session. So with that, it was a small step, but miles to go before we reach. And I think for all you aspiring students sitting here in overwhelming numbers, that's what I was just telling respected Governor, that the response was so huge that this entire hall is full, and we have filled up another hall on top where we are giving live feed of this program to the aspirants. So let me reiterate that UPSC is the toughest selection criteria in the world. Let me again tell you that. It is the most selective program. everybody thinks that IIT is very selective. Of course, IIT is selective. The acceptance rate at IIT is 0.5%. 0.5%, that's 0.5%. But at UPSC, about 16 lakh candidates have taken the exam this particular year, for which 1,000 have been selected. The acceptance rate is 0.06. It is 10 times tougher to get selected as a UPSC candidate than get admission in IIT. So that's how important it is. But unfortunately, this is not celebrated enough. And this is not neither recognized also enough. So we thought we will make this, Sir Taneja, as an annual program of celebrating these success of these candidates and aspiring more candidates to join this path of building Bharat. So our whole idea is to have these kind of thing to build our country, because a strong country like ours needs a strong support system in terms of the candidates, the bureaucracy that is going to uphold it and take it there. And also we a strong country also will have strong enemies. So we have to take care of all those things, for which we need very upright, honest and visionaries to build our Bharat. So that's our small effort starting here, and we hope we will take it to greater strength in the coming years. With this, I thank you all again for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Santosh Taneja is the esteemed founder of Sankalp IAS Academy in Delhi. With a profound commitment to education, Dr. Taneja has established himself as an influential academician, frequently invited as a guest speaker at numerous prestigious universities. His contributions to society extend beyond education, as he is also recognized as an eminent social worker, dedicating over 5 decades to shaping the future of India's civil services. Throughout his illustrious career, Dr. Taneja has played a pivotal role in mentoring and producing hundreds of successful administrators who have gone on to serve the nation with distinction, making him visionary in the field. One of his most significant contributions is the design and development of the Interview Guidance Program, IGP, widely regarded as the best in the country. The IGP has become an essential part of the preparation process for civil service aspirants, with almost every student taking the exams opting for this program to enhance their chances of success. We are honored to have him here today in felicitation of the Shampavi Sankalp UPSC toppers from Tamil Nadu, recognizing the next generation of leaders and administrators who will shape the future of our nation. I now request Dr. Santosh Taneja for the special address.
Most respected Shri R.N. Ravi ji, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu State, and before that an IPS of Kerala cadre. I had the great opportunity to listen to him a number of times, and every time I heard, I got inspired. On the dais, our other great persons, and there are organizations like Shambhavi Sankalp, which is organizing this program. We can read the name Swami Vivekananda Seva Kendram, PSG group of institutions, and the title is Building Bharat. Others on the dais are Dr. Prakash Principal of PhD institutions, Shri Anush, Head of Sankalp, Coimbatore, Shri Vishnu, Chairman of Young India, and a name which I can never forget to mention is Dr. Karthik, a motivating force behind this chapter. I have two colleagues, Mr. Rajiv Nagpal and Mr. Raju Chauhan, who are also giving their full time to Sankalp in Delhi. They are also here. And most important are winners of this year for civil services, for forest service, and rather more important, their parents and family members, and all dignitaries in this big hall. Even few are standing. And I was told that there is another hall where others are also there and they might be watching on the screen. Now, firstly I would make a mention that how state of Tamil Nadu and youngsters of Tamil Nadu are curious to achieve something, to achieve ambition, and through education. That's very important. And I congratulate the state as well as the youngsters for this. Now, since the main speech is from our Honorable Governor Sahab, which we all are keen to listen, so few facts and information in given time I'll try to complete. One is that this Sankalp is now 39 years old. We started in 1986 from a village of Haryana. Now our president is from Kerala, and the organization has 18 chapters from Trivandrum to Jammu and from northeast to Gujarat. And all these chapters have been started with the initiative who had motivation for education as well as for social upliftment from those places. I can't recall a single chapter next to Delhi where we went and asked someone to please start the chapter. And gradually what I am seeing is that interest towards civil services is also increasing day by day. When we started, even the best schools of a state, I quote, there is one Deen Dayal Upadhyay Vidyalaya in Kanpur, from where I was told that every year out of first 20 rankers of the state board, they had the pride to give 19 or minimum 11 to that state of 75 districts from that school. And when we asked them how many go to civil services, they said most of them go to medical or IIT. No one is left out of that. What about civil services? They said one IAS and one IPS. After that, gradually things started happening. And the most interesting part and satisfying part is that very recently before this I was in the program of Bhopal, where 53 winners were felicitated, out of which 38 were from state service and 18 from civil services. They were all from Sankalp. Incidentally, let me make a mention, and for that I definitely appreciate organizers here that they have not kept a distinction to invite only Sankalp associated winners. I got introduced to each one of them before this program, and from there I came to know that more than 50% have never been to Sankalp. So that doesn't matter, because all have to serve the country. and name and brand, this has absolutely no meaning. Finally, for which purpose they have achieved, that is important. So in Bhopal, there also fortunately Honorable Governor was on the dais and I had the honor to be on his side. All those 53 who were felicitated, can you believe 85 to 90% were either from weaker sections or from lower income group, farmers, or few from teachers, and very, very few I can't recall. Even five candidates might not be from higher category. And that was so satisfying to both of us, Governor Sahib and me, because our potential doesn't lie only in urban areas. They have so many facilities. They have so many things to do. And these, now here also, when I got in touch with all 19 of you, my impression is at least parents of 3 are farmers. Few of them, their parents are teachers. I couldn't ask each one of you. So, I can definitely say, there was none from IAS or IPS or IFS. If there is someone, please raise your hand, if I am mistaken. So that means, sorry sir, Governor Sahib, I didn't want to say that from this category, people should not join. My only, mentioning was that whole country has lot of potential, and as we go down and down the line, they have most difficult struggle and they have best potential. That gets proved from it. And I totally agree that there is no more difficult exam than this. With figures, sir, Prakashji, I would like to differ. Anushji. This year, around 9 lakh candidates applied for it. And 6 lakhs actually appeared. And out of that, 1016 qualified. And that means only 0.13, 0.14%. And the best part is that our Sankalp IGP program, which as said is most popular in India, without an advertisement, none of you can quote that they read our advertisement in the newspaper and through that they reached us. Never. It is all word of mouth. And we have so many other activities also. So all those who benefited from Sankalp in any of these activities and mostly from IGP, the number is 646. More than 63%. So quality speaks for itself. No need to advertise. And total number which has qualified and joined all the states, including union territories, in all services, is more than 9,000 now. I have been able to speak personally over phone to more than 160 foreign service officers. So what I am trying to say is, Sankalp has been able to cross quite a long path. But that has no satisfaction for us. Because Sankalp was not started to create figures. Had that been so, we should have gone to advertisement business. We should have become popular very fast. But we never thought of it. Simply because the purpose was how to make this country grow and involve those who cannot involve themselves. Weaker sections, low income group, farmers group, rural areas. That has always been our focus. Now, the recent program which we are trying to take forward, where I request to all of you, whether sitting in this hall or in the above hall. That scheme is known as Gurukul scheme, through which we wish we are able to select appropriate candidates, means in 12th exam more than 90% marks, because this is a very tough exam. Let there be any background subjects, and in graduation let it be 70 to 75%, and commitment to get into these services, because it sometimes takes a long time. Now let me quote two girls here. Neha, you cleared in second attempt? First attempt. She is IPS. And Priyadarshini, she cleared in 9th attempt. So what I tried to mention was that there is a scope to get into these services if you are fully determined. Then it is your destiny, then it is Ashirwad of your parents and your potential and all that. So what I wanted to say was, some minimum potential we have to keep as baseline for this Gurukul scheme, because in this Gurukul scheme, when we invite them, we give them 3 years to study free, to stay free, fooding etc., all free, all guidance. And there our result is, in the first batch, 32 students were inducted, out of which 16 cleared prelims, that means 50%. The result of UPSC is 1% for prelims. You all can check up. Google Baba is very great now. Whatever I am saying, you can always cross check. And then in mains, 8 could qualify out of 16, and 4 finally qualified in first batch. So our selection was also okay, their potential was also okay, of course determination was there, and I am not saying all those free cleared in first attempt, no. Out of 32, maybe 4 or 5 people who joined us had already appeared for first or second attempt but could not clear. So it should not be taken otherwise. So what I am trying to say is, we are very, very seriously interested to get more and more students, boys or girls, for this particular scheme, but they should be committed. And second aspect, which is most difficult in today's time, they should be hard, honest persons. Hard, honest. We have 3 motto words. One is integrity, second is compassion, and third is excellence. And that we decided in 1986 itself. We took whole one day to decide these 3 motto words. I repeat, integrity. You very well understand. Compassion. Let me explain by a small example, 2 examples. In Bihar, in Jahanabad district, there is a community for which eating mouse is eating a dish. Can you believe? Eating mouse. There the collector, who was from Sankalp, he told me that a case came to me that an old woman died because of bite of snake. And the situation was that in her kitchen, she found a big mouse caught by a snake. So she picked up her tongue and tried to remove snake, because this was her dish. And the snake bite her. And she died. So he says that opened my eyes much wider, that still in our country the situation is not at all as we sometimes in a lighter way feel. It is not the situation. Secondly, the commitment of a bureaucrat I am telling. This girl is now a joint secretary, senior joint secretary in education, belonging to Delhi with CA background. She was posted in Tripura. A community, tribal community, was haunted in Tripura and their colony was burnt. She was collector there. So she had to take charge of that. How to provide them accommodation, water, electricity, blah, 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 but cut their plots and all. So she says she had 1.5-month-old son. And her mother was in Agartala. And this place was at a distance. For 12 days, she did not feed her son, and her mother was continuously trying to press. Look, he is your child. How would he live? She says, I had firm faith. God who has brought him on the earth, he will learn how to live without my milk. So that was the kind of commitment. And that is the kind of commitment I have seen in few bureaucrats. Now, last thing I would like to quote. Have faith. If you are firm about these three things, integrity and two things, integrity and compassion, excellence would always come. God is there to take care of you. Right now we have 2 students in our hostel who cleared this time. One, he is from Eastern UP. Better not to name him. I can name. When after clearing this exam in 4th attempt he came to my home, I got introduced to him. He said, sir, I got 46% marks in 12th standard. And I decided to become a soldier in the army. So in a simple way, I cleared my BA. And at the age of 22, I had already appeared for 5 attempts for becoming soldier. I failed, I could not. At that point of time, there were 2 instances. I came to Delhi and moved on. I was from a village. I got an impression that I am not even 10th standard passed citizen, whereas I have a degree of being a BA. Secondly, he went to a marriage which was of a state service officer. There he saw pump and show and all that. So he says, from there I concluded that now I could not become soldier, but I have to acquire proper education if I have to grow. Believe me, at that stage when he was BA and he was 22, he started sitting in a tuition group. That teacher was teaching 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th students. And he sat down there. And all the 4 years, he studied tuition of 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. And side by side, because for BA, the subjects are all development of further 10th, 11th, 12th. And he became confident. Now I know English to the extent required. I know maths, I know geography, I know civics, whatever. And then he looked at where can he reach. He looked for 3 exams. One was UPSC. Age limit is 32 years. He is a general category boy. State services. Age limit is 35. In some states it is 40. Third is SSC. Subordinate Services exam, where the age limit is 30. He says, I thought 4 years may not be enough for me. So let me try for 32 years object, that is UPSC. First, he prepared from home, from village. Could not clear prelims in first attempt. Second attempt clear prelims and appeared. And third time he appeared mains and got interview, but then somebody told him, go to Sankalp, because our interview guidance is well known. So he came there, we have a hostel, he was from weaker section category. We said, okay, now we take charge of you, don't worry. So third attempt he could not qualify because mains results was not so good. Fourth attempt, this time, he is an IRS. And one fact which I should tell you, his father is not an agriculturist. He works in others' fields. He is an agriculture laborer. And this boy also, right up to the age of 22, was doing all menial jobs, including doing laborer in the field. But he succeeded. Second boy, without going long, name again I should not say. His parents said, after 10th, forget about it. Now come and join home. We have to create bread and butter. So he did that menial job which parents wanted him to do, and side by side he started studying also. I'm very sorry, indiscipline from my side. I didn't do it before. And this boy, when he got 80% marks in 12th standard, parents said, fine, now you can study. So at his own, he started preparing, etc. Then he came to Sankalp, maybe in second attempt. And now this year, he has cleared Indian Railway Management Service, IRMS. So, believe me, God is so great and so much justice He provides. And even if some of you are not able to finally make it, take my word, they grow so much, they improve so much, their personality gets enhanced so much that in their life, definitely they are doing much better they could have been doing without preparing for this and without improving their personality. Friends, I'm sorry. I have taken so much of time. I'm very sorry with Governor Saab. His was the main lecture. So I will close it now with my best wishes to all successful candidates and my congratulations to all their parents and thanks to all those who are here. And I'm grateful to this organization who has given me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your words have truly set the tone for this event, and we are incredibly grateful for the time and thought you put into sharing your wisdom with us today. தேடல்களை தேடித் திரிந்து வழிகாட்டிகளின் தோழமை கொண்டு போட்டி என்னும் போர்க்களம் கண்டு தடைகளை தாண்டி சாதனை புரிந்திருக்கும் நாட்டின் எதிர்கால தூண்களாம் நம் சாதனையாளர்களை பெருமைப்படுத்தும் நேரம் இது. I request Dr. S. Karthik, Shampavi Sankalp, UPSC Training Academy, Coimbatore, for the introduction and felicitation of the UPSC toppers from Tamil Nadu by the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu.
எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ரோல் மாடலை பிரசன்ட் பண்ற நாள் இது ஒரு செலிப்ரேஷன் and most respected Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Ravi ji, and my guru and who has inspired me to work for educating the people in this country, Santosh Taneja ji, and the person who strongly stood by us in bringing Sankalp to Coimbatore, Anush Anna, and PSG has been very kindly has given us so much of facilities here for this program to run smoothly. In fact, they've been working last 24 hours non-stop here. And our young Indian Vishnu, who's also thrilled to be here. And I thank all of you and our participants, UP aspirants. And இதில் முக்கியமானது நம்ம இன்னைக்கு என்ன பார்க்குறோன்னா, நம்ம இவங்களெல்லாம் ஃபெலிசிட்டேட் பண்ணுறோங்கிறத விட இவங்க அந்த ஃபெலிசிட்டேஷன் தான் ஃபைனல் ஸ்டேஜ். இன்னைக்கு நம்மெல்லாம் அவங்கள பார்க்குறத மேடையில் நிற்கிறாங்க, அவார்டு வாங்குறாங்க. ஸோ அதை நம்ம பார்த்து அவங்க என்ன பாதையை கடந்து வந்தாங்கன்னு நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரிஞ்சா, நிறைய குழந்தைங்க இங்கே இருக்கிறவங்க ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸு யூபிஎஸ்சிக்கு ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறவங்க, ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணி அன்சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கிறவங்க மனசு விடாமல் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஷுட் கெட் ஃபயர்ட் அப். அதுதான் ஹோல் பர்பஸ் இங்கே. நான் இப்போ என்ன பண்ண போகிறேங்கன்னா, ஒவ்வொருத்தராக கூப்பிடுறேன், இன்வைட் தி சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல் தமிழ்நாடு டாப்பர்ஸ் யூபிஎஸ்சியில். ப்ளீஸ் கம் அப் த ஸ்டேஜ் அலாங் வித் யர் ஃபேமிலி. அண்ட் இதில் மெயினாக என்னன்னா, நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சொல்ல போற கேண்டிடேட் பேர் சொல்லணுங்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவர் எங்கிட்ட ஒன்று சொன்னது, என் பேரை சொல்றதுக்கு முன் எங்க அப்பா அம்மா பேரை சொல்லிட்டு தான் என் பேரை சொல்லணும்னு சொன்னார். தட்ஸ் a request from him. அண்ட் அவங்க அம்மா பேர் மஞ்சுளா. 30 வருட காலமா உடமலைப்பேட்டை ஸ்கூல்ல பிரின்சிபாலா இருந்திருக்காங்க. அண்ட் அதே மாதிரி அவங்க டீச்சிங் தான் அவங்களோட லைஃப் ஃபார் லாஸ்ட் 30 years. இவங்க இவங்க பையனுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்த விதத்துல அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் என்ன நினைச்சிருக்காருன்னா, எனக்கு கிடைச்ச இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வாய்ப்பு நிறைய பேர் கிடைக்கலன்னு. வில் ஆல் பி சர்ப்ரைஸ்ட். அவர் ஒரு என்ஜிஓ கூட ஜாயின் பண்ணி அவர் காலேஜில் படிச்சுட்டு இருந்த காலத்துல ரூரல் ஏரியால குழந்தைங்களுக்கு எங்க அவங்களுக்கு இது ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இல்லையோ ஆன்லைன்ல ஹி வாஸ் டீச்சிங். அது அவங்க அப்பா ஸ்ரீ தர்மராஜன். அண்ட் அவரும் இதே மாதிரி 2 பேரும். இவரோட இன்னொரு சிஸ்டர் இருக்கிறாங்க, டாக்டர் நவீனா. இதுல இன்னொரு பியூட்டி என்னன்னா, அவங்க MBBS முடிச்சுட்டு இதுல நம்ம எல்லாரும் பாண்ட் எழுதி கொடுத்து சீட்டு வாங்கிட்டு போய் நம்ம சேவை செய்யணும்னு நினைக்கிறோம். ஆனா இவங்க MBBS முடிச்சுட்டு அந்த ஏரியில ஸ்லம்ல 1 வருஷம் வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு தான் நான் கோயம்புத்தூர்ல மிச்சம் என்னோட தொழில் ஆரம்பிப்பேன்னு she started. So this is the example what he gave me. And he is Bharat Pradev. Please come up the stage with your family. And அவர் 2017 இருந்து ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்றாரு. கெமிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரிங் முடிச்சிருக்காங்க. அண்ட் அவர் he was unsuccessful on 2 occasions. and அதுக்கப்புறம் when he was successful, yes sir, the family is coming with him. and இவங்க எல்லாரும் தான் இவரோட நின்னு இந்த பயணத்துல அவங்களுக்கு உதவி இருக்காங்க. முன்னாடி போங்க அம்மா, முன்னாடி போங்க. Okay, thank you. அப்படியே ரைட் சைடு இறங்கிக்கலாம். I'll speak about the next person. and இவர் ஆல் இந்தியா ரேங்க் 64, இந்தியன் ஃபாரஸ்ட் சர்வீஸ் இவர் தேர்ச்சி பெற்றிருக்காரு. இவர் பேர் கோவிந்தராம். இவர் என்னன்னா ஒரு சிறு கிராமத்துல திண்டுக்கல்ல இருந்து படிச்சவர். இவர் இன்னும் ஒரு இன்ஸ்பைரிங் ஸ்டோரி இவர் நம்ம கிட்ட சொன்னது என்னன்னா, இவர் எல்லா டைமும் he passed in first class. BE he joined, he finished it. டாடா கன்சல்டன்சில கேம்பஸ் இன்டர்வியூ மூலியமாவே போய் கை நிறைய சம்பாதிச்சிட்டு இருந்தவர். 2 வருஷம் he was working. அதுக்கப்புறம் நல்ல வேலையில இருந்து செட்டில் ஆகி உடனே நம்ம எல்லாம் சந்தோஷப்பட்டுறோம், சரி வேலை கிடைச்சிருச்சு. ஆனா இவர் தேசத்துக்கு நான் ஏதாவது பண்ணணும், எனக்கு இந்த ஜாப்ல நிறைய இல்லைன்னு சொல்லி அந்த ஹை பொசிஷனை ரிசைன் பண்றப்ப இவர் ரிசைன் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு தடுத்திருக்காங்க. That is the caliber he was. Even in Tata Consultancy, they refused to leave him go. Ana he resigned his job and he started preparing. Prepare பண்றப்போ he had successful, unsuccessful times. 6 times he prepared and 6 times he did not clear. 6 தடவை பரீட்சை எழுதியும் 6 தடவையும் அவங்களால பாஸ் பண்ண முடியல. உடனே நண்பர்கள் எல்லாரும் நம்ம இவருக்கு அட்வைஸ், போதுண்டா திருப்பி போய் வேலை பாரு, இத்தனை பணம் சம்பாரிச்சிட்டு இருந்தா இன்னைக்கு எல்லாம் போச்சு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. பட் he did not get discouraged. He said, I want to do this and I will achieve this goal. என்னோட கடைசி அட்டெம்ப்ட் வரைக்கும் நான் பண்ணிட்டு தான் வருவேன்னு சொல்லி he got 64th rank. லைக் தனேஜாஜி சொன்ன மாதிரி 16 லட்சம் பேர் எழுதி 64 ரேங்க் வாங்கின தமிழனுங்க இவர். ப்ளீஸ் கம் அப் ஆன் தி ஸ்டேஜ். விவசாய குடும்பத்துக்கு சேர்ந்தவர். Okay, thank you. Our next candidate is Priyadarshini. She is All India rank 82 and she is been posted for Indian Forest Service. இவங்களோட ஸ்டோரி என்னன்னா she is from கோயம்புத்தூர். நம்ம கோயம்புத்தூர்னாலே நம்மளுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு சந்தோஷம் என்னன்னா சுத்தி பார்த்தா மலைங்க ப்ளூவா இருக்கும், பச்சையா செடி கொடி எல்லாமே. இதெல்லாம் பார்த்து இந்த ஆனந்தத்துல நம்ம வந்து வளர்ந்த ஒரு டவுன் தான் கோயம்புத்தூர். இவங்களும் அதே மாதிரி சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து இவங்களோட மெயின் இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் இவங்க அப்பா அம்மா. ரொம்ப செடி கொடி இந்த மாதிரி பசுமையில வந்து ரொம்பவே இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கிற அவங்க அப்பா அம்மா ரெண்டு பேருமே. அவங்க ரெண்டு பேருமே குழந்தையிலிருந்தே வந்து நீ IFS ஃபாரஸ்ட் சர்வீஸ் தான் முடிக்கணும்னு சொல்லி அந்த எண்ணத்துல தான் இந்த குழந்தை வளர்ந்தது. She grew up her entire life thinking that she wants to do something for the forest. அவங்க இன்னொன்னு என்னன்னா நம்ம ஹோப் காலேஜில் தாங்க வீடு. ஸோ அடுத்த ரோடு. இதில் இன்னொரு பியூட்டி என்னன்னா PhD டெக்கில் தான் படிச்சாங்க. இவங்க கிட்ட கேட்டோடனே அவங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா, எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச ஜெயந்தி மேடம், பூங்கோதை மேடம், செல்வி மேடம், ராமூர்த்தி HOD சார், இவங்க எல்லாரையும் வந்து இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஹியர் ப்ளீஸ் ஸ்டாண்ட் அப் சார். ஸோ தேர் ஆல். Anand Subramaniam sir is also here. Come up sir. See, the main purpose here is படிக்கிற காலத்துல வந்து நம்மளுக்கு சைலண்டா who people sacrifices our parents and above after that it's our teacher. மாதா பிதா குரு. இவங்க மூணு பேரையுமே வந்து நம்ம கடைசியா தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்றது இவங்க தான். So today our whole life is, see, everyone who's sitting here, please go home with one thing in your mind. Make sure we work hard, and working hard is the only way to achieve impossible dream like this. IIT க்கு விட 10 times more difficult exam these people have done, and they பெருசா வந்து இவங்க இன்னொன்னு இதுல she is a married girl. அவங்க அதான் சொன்னாங்க, கல்யாணம் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஏன் படிக்க முடியாது, படிக்க முடியாதுன்னு யார் சொன்னா? She did all her work in her house, and her real support was her husband. And she told he was said, நீ வந்து IFS போறான், நீ முடிவு பண்ணிட்ட, நீ பண்ணியே ஆகணும். அதுக்கு வந்து they all helped her. And 9th attempt, this is her last attempt, married girl, and she did it, and her parents, her in-laws, and her husband, everybody were with her throughout her career. Thank you. Please come on. Thank you. Our next candidate is S.A. Vignesh. இவர் வந்து ஆல் இண்டியா ரேங்க் 87. He is also IFS Forest Service. இதுல one more thing is, see, IFS exams, when they do the prelims, the cutoff is little higher compared to IAS. That's what I understand. So IFS exams are even more little tougher, and they have to take two mains. They have, and they also have little time to prepare. So it is one of the toughest things. Idhula beauty enna, he is from Virudhunagar district. He is the first graduate in that family. He is the first graduate in that family. And avaroda words la அவர் சொன்னப்போ, இது எப்படி படிக்கணும், இதுக்கு என்னன்னு ஒரு கைடு பண்ற கூட அவங்களுக்கு ஆள் இல்லை. ஆனா அந்த அப்பா அம்மா வந்து நீ முடியும் உன்னால பண்ணன்னு ரெண்டு பேரும் உறுதுணையா கூட இருந்து ஒரு தடவையும் ஃபெயில் ஆகி வீட்டுக்கு வரப்ப நீ அடுத்த தடவை எழுது. அவங்க ஒரு வார்த்தை அதுக்கு மேல பேசல. And he did it. See, there's nothing called failure in this exam. There's no guide. There is no syllabus. Everything what you see people can ask. And that is the difficulty in the exam. அதுல வந்து கொரோனா வந்துருச்சு. And he felt very happy. ஏன்னா 2 வருஷம் வீட்டுல சாலிடா உட்காந்து ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணாராம். And then third attempt he went, he cleared. Fourth attempt he cleared. Most important thing is he scored very high marks in his interview. He is 210, which is a very high score. And father's dream was he has to become a government officer. So now he is one. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Harshavardhan, All India rank 864. He is an IPS officer. He has been posted as. He is from PhD Institute of Technology. He's done BE here. and he is a gold medalist in his MBA. Second attempt, he cleared it. And last time when he did, he was actually supposed to be posted as IAS officer, but he wanted to be an IPS officer. And he did the exam, and he's planning to resit again because he wants, I said it wrong. He is now got IPS, but his aim is to become an IAS officer. So, nammala vandu enna nenippom, appada ivlo peri exam pass pannittom IPS kadachirchu nama vandu next marandiruvom. But his goal was IAS, and he is resitting the exam again this year, and he is going to redo it. That is the fire in the belly he has. அவர் கேட்டால் அவர் சொல்கிறார், எனக்கு சாப்பாடு கிடையாது, தூக்கம் கிடையாது, ஒன்றும் கிடையாது, எனக்கு என்னோட கோல் தான் என் கண்ணுக்கு தெரியுதுங்கிறாரு. This is what today's role models are. These are the people who can even do that. We are achieving our dream is one thing, but achieving what we want. See, one more thing he said, 10 பேர் ரேஸ் ஓடுறானா 9 பேர் ஜெயிக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்படுவாங்க, ஒருத்தர் தான் நான் ஜெயிப்பேன்னு அவருக்கு தெரியும். அதுதான் he is actually his whole thing was to retake this exam, and his teacher is Dr. Sundaram from PSG and Dr. Chelladurai. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சவங்க சார் அப்படின்னாரு. So please come up sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Our next topper is Miss Neha. She is 22 years, All India rank 175. She is an IPS officer. What will I tell about this young lady, dynamic lady? She studied in PSG Arts and Science, BSc Psychology. Is there staff from PSG Arts, please? Okay. And இவங்க வந்து she gave a different story. அவங்க வந்து நான் பேசுறப்போ she said, சார் நான் ரொம்ப ஆவரேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் சார், நான் ஒன்றும் பண்ணல சார். சரி நீ என்னங்க ரேங்க்னா 175. See, in 16 lakh people she stood 175, and she is so humble saying that I didn't achieve bigger things. And it is actually it's her first attempt, and interview 205, and that's a brilliant score what she has done. And apart from that, I asked her, then why did you go join? She got NEET also. NEET-liyum pass பண்ணிட்டாங்க. அப்புறம் போய் BSc Psychology. I asked her, why did you want to do that? She said, I wanted to do something for this society so that my parents will feel proud about me and not just go into any 9-to-5 job. That's the answer she gave. And to have such last exam pass பண்றப்போ இவங்களுக்கு கல்யாண வயசு கூட வரலீங்க. She is now 22. She is so young. And just imagine the determination she had to break that mold and get into this career. Please come, madam. Varun sir and Vasant sir, are you here, please? Varun sir and Vasant sir are her favorite teachers who inspired her. If you are here, please come up. Thank you. Thank you. Our next candidate is Ashik Hussain. He is one of the candidates whom I can, just speaking to 5 minutes to him, I knew he's got a bright future. Ashik Hussain is 845, All India rank, and he is into Indian Defence Estate Service. Only 5 people have been selected into this category. If you listen to him speak, anybody will get inspired. Speaking to him, I felt I want to go back to my, start my schooling and again come prepare for this civil service exam. That is how he spoke to me. And he spoke to me as if this is nothing. He said, sir, there is a simple way of studying. I asked him what? He said, padinga. Avladhan sonar. So that is how he is so determined. And third attempt, again COVID came, and the beauty is, one of the candidates whom we were helping, they didn't clear this time. He went and told his parents, na 5 lakh rupees katti nee enna Delhi kanchirundha na pass pannirpen. Here is an example who did not go to any coaching center. COVID vandappa veetla ukkandu taana panna self preparation. And first time he failed, second time he failed, third time he was successful. Both his parents are in government service in Tamil Nadu, and he asked me to say that they are at clerical level, and every time they come home late because of work. Sometimes Sundays also they have to go work, so half his time, his schoolings, he spent in a government office on a Sunday, not in Fun Mall or Lulu Mall. He spent his time in a government office and he was studying there. He was sitting and studying. His mother used to give her homework, do this, she'll do her work, he'll finish it. That is what he said. Enna pannanu civil servant aga padinga sir. Nothing more. Thank you. Please come. Thank you. Our next candidate is Krishna Kumar, All India rank 500, and he is in Indian Foreign Service. And this, before anything, I have to appreciate this mother because she is a big fan of External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar. And she kept on telling this guy, "Nee avar mari aavano, nee avar mari aavano." டிவியில் வந்து என்னதான் நடந்துட்டு இருந்தாலும் அவர் பேசுறாருன்னா எல்லாத்தையும் வச்சுட்டு ஸ்டாண்ட் ஸ்டில்லா போய் அவருக்கு சொல்றதா கேட்க அவ்வளோ ஒரு fan of External Affairs Jai Shankar. So she told him, you have to become an Indian Foreign Service. We don't know, and I really hope he will go work with him. And that is my real honest prayer today. He did BE Mechanical. He is from PSG. He did his education here, and he said Prabhu Raja and Thaila ma'am were two teachers who said it's not impossible. Go chase your dream. படிங்க அப்புறம் வந்து நீங்க கேம்பஸ் இன்டர்வியூ எல்லாம் பண்ணலாம். அம்மா வந்து அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆசை இருந்தா படிங்கன்னு வந்து they have 4 attempts he did. All 4 attempts his mother said நீ வந்து டிப்ளமேட் திருப்பியும் போய் படி. ரிசல்ட் வந்து பாஸ் ஆகலன்னு தெரிஞ்சு 10 நிமிஷத்துல திருப்பி புக் எடுத்து வச்சு அடுத்த தடவை படிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சார். How many of us have that courage? இன்னைக்கு வந்து 10 மார்க் கம்மியாச்சுன்னா we become depressed. ஒரு வாரம் நம்மள டூருக்கு கூட்டு போறோம் அப்பா அம்மா. 5வது நிமிஷத்துல திருப்பி புக் எடுத்து வச்சு அடுத்த தடவைக்கு ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணாலும். ப்ளீஸ் கம் சார். Rank. What's your rank? Huh? IPS. 329. Thank you. Our next person is Karthik Raja. Honestly, Karthik Raja ku na fan aitanga. The reason why I am saying that is, see, as a doctor I know how difficult and a fair exam NEET is today. My most, I couldn't believe when he said that he scored NEET, he got somewhere near 700. He got a seat in AIMS. He got a seat in AIMS. And இவர் ஒரு விஷயம் சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் அவங்க அப்பா அம்மாக்கு தலையே சுத்திருச்சு. யாருக்கும் சொல்லாம போய் BA Sociology ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டாரு. He joined BA Sociology in PSG Arts, getting a seat in AIMS Delhi in MBBS. Honestly, I worked outside this country. If I say AIMS, they will not even ask me to do the exams there. It is that kind of a prestigious institution in this country. And he cleared that he didn't join. We asked him, why? Why did you do? He said, sir, ellarum kekkuradhu neengalum kekkadinga. Seri ellarku enna badal sonninga adha sollunga. He said, see, if I go into MBBS, I have to prepare for that. I have to do justice. அதையே தான் நான் ரொம்ப நேரம் செலவழிச்சு படிக்கணும். ஆனா என்னோட பேரண்ட்ஸோட ட்ரீம் வந்து I have to go into uniform service. இதுக்கு வந்து I have to prepare. அதனால I want something light so that I can spend more time preparing for civil servant. BA Sociologyயும் எக்ஸாமுக்கு ஒரு வாரம் ஸ்டடி ஹாலிடேஸ் முன்னாடி தான் புக்கே இவர் தொட்டிருக்காரு. He will still cleared sociology in flying colors. Rest of the time he was preparing for his civil service examination. And see, this is what I'm saying. Confidence, belief in yourself. He had a plan. இவர் ஊரே திட்டுச்சுங்க. அப்பா அம்மாக்கு மயக்கமே வந்துருச்சு, எய்ம்ஸுக்கு போயிட்டு நீ போகலையேன்னு. பட் he knew what he wanted and he worked for that. ஆசை மட்டும் படல, அதுக்கு அவர் அந்த உழைப்பை கொடுத்தாரு. அதை he cleared that exam. Today he is IAS officer. And what else will that parents be able to express their gratitude? That is the biggest achievement he has done. Please come, sir. Kavita madam, we kept, she didn't come. Okay. Our next candidate is Miss Kiran, All India rank 896. She is in IRS Customs. And நம்ம எல்லாரும் என்ன கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம், behind every successful man there is a woman, but behind this successful woman there is a man, her husband. And the other thing is she did her UG in IIT. அதனால she cleared the exam and now she proved that she cleared even 10 times more difficult exam than that. And she's married, coaching center கிடையாது, வீட்டில் எல்லா வேலையும் பண்ணாங்க. She cleared again last year, she got into railways. She's already working in Indian Oil Corporation. இது ஒரு மாதிரி monotonous இருக்கு job, I need something more exciting ன்னு சொல்லி she again prepared for it. Family of civil servants and her brother is an IAS officer. And self preparation, she didn't go anywhere, but she started, the other beauty is she started preparing after marriage. I don't know how many women have even tried thinking about IAS after marriage, but she broke that mold. She had that dream, she had that aim, she wanted to be this, and she achieved it. That is the most important thing. Please come up, ma'am. Our next candidate is Kadiravan, All India rank 573. He is now posted as, selected IPS. He did BE Civil Engineering. அவங்க அப்பா builder, அம்மா does look after him, and his real source of inspiration is his parents தான் சொன்னாரு எல்லா தடவையும். அப்பா அம்மாக்கு இவர் போலீஸ் யூனிஃபார்ம்ல பார்க்கணும்னு ஆசை. எந்த எக்ஸ்டென்ட்னா அப்பா பில்டிங்ல இருக்கிறாரு, நம்ம எல்லாம் ஒரு சக்சஸர் பின்னாடி பையன் படிச்சுட்டு நம்ம ஜாப் எடுத்துப்பான்னு நினைக்கிறது ஒரு எல்லாரும் பண்றது. பட் ஹியர் தே வாண்டட் ஹிம் டு பி இன் அ யூனிஃபார்ம் சர்வீஸ். அண்ட் அதர் திங் இஸ் மனசுல அவருக்கு சேவா ஆக்டிவிட்டி ரொம்ப 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 இருக்கு. தாம்பரம்ல இருக்கிறாரு, எப்பெல்லாம் அங்க ஃபிளட்ஸ் வந்துச்சோ டவுசர் தூக்கி மாட்டிட்டு தண்ணியில் இறங்கிடுவாரா, லோக்கல் போலீஸ் அவங்க ஹெல்ப் பண்ண வரப்போ அந்த போர்சஸோட பார்த்து இவரு நான் இந்த யூனிஃபார்ம்ல தான் இனிமேல் வரணும் இங்கன்னு சொல்லி அதுக்கு உணர்தொடையா இருந்து அவங்க அம்மா என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னா, கேம்பஸ் இன்டர்வியூல ஹி வுட் ஹவ் செலக்டட் இன் அ வெரி ஹை ஜாப். அம்மா இன்டர்வியூக்கு போகாத, நீ அந்த அம்மா போவன்னு சொல்லுவாங்களா போக வேண்டாமாங்களா. பேரண்ட்ஸ் டோல்ட் ஹிம் டோன்ட் கோ பிகாஸ் யுவர் ட்ரீம் வில் கெட் டைல்யூட்டட். உட்கார்ந்து படி, நீ சம்பாதிக்க வேண்டாம், யாரையும் பார்த்துக்க வேண்டாம், உன்னோட ஏம் முடியற வரைக்கும் நீ படிச்சுதான் ஆகுறன்னு சொல்லி they finally he cleared and he's come as an IPS officer. Thank you, sir. Please come up. Thank you. Our next candidate is Ovia, All India rank 796, and Indian Defence Account Service, IDAS is what she is chosen. ஆனால் இவங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது விவசாயங்க. அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் தான் பிடிக்கும்னு சொல்லி பிஎஸ்சி அக்ரி தான் அவங்க போய் படித்தாங்க. பிஎஸ்சி அக்ரி படித்ததுக்கப்புறம் ஃபார்மிங் அதெல்லாம் பிடிக்கணும். ஆனால் அப்பாவுக்கு பொண்ணை கலெக்டராக்கி பார்க்கணுங்கிறது அவ்வளோ பெரிய ஆசை. ஸோ பிஎஸ்சி அக்ரி அவங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சதுனால அதை பண்ணிட்டு அப்பாவுக்கு கலெக்டர் ஆகணும்னு சொல்லி படித்தேன் அப்படின்னாங்க. 4th attempt she passed. பேக் போன் சப்போர்ட் எனக்கு என் பேரண்ட்ஸ் தான். அவங்க இல்லைன்னா ஐ வுட் நாட் பி ஈவன் ஏபிள் டு சிட். திஸ் அ வெரி ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஃபுல் எக்ஸாம். அதை பார்க்கணும். நம்ம இந்த எக்ஸாமுக்கு யாரும் நம்மளை கைட் பண்ண முடியாது. We are in battle with ourselves. There's nobody to guide here. We are Santosh Taneja ji that's why made a model. But anything can be asked in that question. It's your own battle. You come out there and you fight. For that, the main support she said at the times of stress, nammalla enna pannuvom music keppom. Amma oda silent 5 நிமிஷம் நான் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுவேன். நாங்க I will feel happy, peaceful. திருப்பி புக் எடுத்து வச்சு படிப்பேன். நாங்க this is what we have to know. See, our house is built in a way where we can draw energy also. And please come, madam. Ovia. Thank you. Our next topper is Inba, All India rank 851. She is an IPS officer. இவங்களை பத்திங்க இவங்க ஸ்டோரி சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் honestly I'm saying I had tears in my eyes. I really cried. I'm not saying this for introducing her. I cried. I am sure you will cry. See, can I say whatever you said? She said she is Inba. She did BE Computer Science. She wanted me to say this. She said, mother rolls BDs whole day. By the time she comes home in the evening, she has so much of pain in her fingers rolling BDs. She does such a small job. She said, there's dignity in that labor she is doing. எங்க அம்மா அவ்வளோ கஷ்டப்பட்டு எனக்கு எக்ஸாமுக்கு நான் நல்லா படிக்கணும்னு கையில வலி இருக்குதுன்னு கூட சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. ஆனா நல்லா படிக்கன்னு நான் உன்னை பெரிய போலீஸ் ஆபீசரா தான் பார்க்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டே தான் இருப்பாங்க. She understood that. I don't know how many. And her father is a conductor. He is not come today because she said அப்பா லீவ் கிடைக்கிறதே கஷ்டம் கண்டக்டர் வேலைக்கு. காலையில் 4 மணிக்கு போகணும். சாயந்தரம் எப்போ பஸ்ஸை கொண்டு போய் இந்த டிராஃபிக்ல யார்டில் விட்றாங்களோ முடிச்சுட்டு தான் வரணும். அப்படி கஷ்டத்துல அந்த அம்மா கையில வலி இருக்கிறது கூட இவங்களுக்கு சொல்லாம எக்ஸாம் அன்னைக்கு போய் இவங்க எக்ஸாம் எழுதுற வரைக்கும் she didn't speak. நீ பெரிய போலீஸ் ஆபீசர் ஆகணும் கண்ணு. That's all she said. She took that fully in her mind. And I'm really proud to invite Inba on stage. Please come on. அப்புறம் நம்ம சிஐடி கோயம்புத்தூர்ல only she did her BE Computer Science. Thank you. Our next topper is Sivaranjani, All India rank 771. She is also an IPS officer. She did MSc integrated course. And there is an exam for PhD, All India exam, which is again a tough exam. She stood within the top 10th rank she scored. She was going for the interview for the PhD exam. Suddenly her mind changed and she bunked that interview. She didn't go. We all do. But she did for a reason, better reason. Mom works in municipality corporation office. She gets to work with a lot of collectors. So mom said, "Yam ponnu collector mari varnu. Yam ponnu collector aaganu. Yam ponna collector aagradha na ennoda service la irundhu paakanu." That is her dream. Thing is, she is also married. She told me, "Sir, ஒரு நாளைக்கு 6 மணி நேரம் எனக்கு வேலை இருக்கும் வீட்ல. 6 hours வேலை முடிச்சு." She is a married girl. Again, just because that mother had the dream, she wanted to do this thing. 3rd attempt she passed. She said, "I do full work in the house." She says, "I do full work in the house." Just imagine This is woman empowerment. This is what we want youngsters, this generation to learn. Nothing should stop your aim. You, like Vivekananda ji said, don't stop till your goal is reached. There's nothing. The impossible is nothing. That's the only word. She proved it. She did all her work. She didn't go for a coaching class. She did an interview guidance program. She learnt by 1 or 2 attempts. She's saying, sir, first attempt idea got second attempt I improved. Third attempt I passed. What else we need more than a person like this, reading it. And again, there's husband. This man is the one, our office la leave போட்டுட்டு இவங்களை கூட்டிட்டு டெல்லியில போய் 30 நாள் உட்கார்ந்து interview guidance program மட்டும் அவர் வேலையை விட்டுட்டு he went and sat. And she said, அப்பா அம்மா மட்டும் இல்ல சார், என்னோட இன்லாஸும் எனக்கு வந்து ஈக்குவலா சப்போர்ட் பண்ணாங்க. And husband was even more strongly standing behind me. He used to take me to the டெல்லியில போய் பாஷை தெரியாதுன்னு சொல்லி 30 நாள் இவர் உட்கார்ந்து helped her and came. Please come, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Our next topper is Mr. Rahul V. Gopal. இவர் வந்து தான் real life hero. Honestly, I'm saying, he is the one who I can imagine with the most dominant cinema star in this country. Reason, he is 502 All India rank IPS officer. So, he was so casual when I spoke to him. See, he did his BE, he did his ME, MA Political Science. The beauty is, single mother raised him up. He was doing the business left over by his father while getting all these degree. இந்த 3 டிகிரி படிக்கிறப்போ அவங்க அப்பா பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த பிசினஸ் கண்டினியூ பண்ணிட்டு அதையும் பார்த்துட்டு பிசினஸையும் பார்த்துட்டு தான் இவர் எக்ஸாம்க்கே படிச்சார். See, we all want கதவுக்குள்ள போய் ரூமை லாக் பண்ணிட்டு டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் இருக்கக்கூடாது, நான் 10 மணி நேரம் உட்காந்து நான் படிக்கிறேங்கிற டைம்ல அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஜெனரேஷன்ல he looked after his house, he supported his mother, he ran that business successfully, and he did BE, ME and MA Political Science. This is the most inspiring story. Today's youngsters, we all get a car before we even join into a college, but this man did a successful business and still cleared 502 is his rank in 16 lakh people, and is coming as an IPS officer. Well done, sir. Thank you. He's a real stylish superstar. Mr. Mugilan, All India rank 404, IAS cadre, is BE automobile engineer. And the other thing is, he said, I kept on studying. They said there is no portions for this, so I kept on studying. Whatever, அன்னைக்காலையில் newspaper படிப்பார், cinema poster road ஒட்டி இருக்கும் படிப்பார், எதை எடுத்தாலும் நான் படிப்பேங்க. இவ்வளவுதான் his preparation mantra. I kept on reading. Whatever crosses my eye, it will stay in my mind. That's what he said. தேடி படிச்சாருங்க இவரு. And second attempt, the other beauty is first graduate in the family. And the other thing, his full support is family. ஒரே ஒண்ணுதான், நாங்கெல்லாம் படிக்கல ராஜா நீ படி, நாங்கெல்லாம் படிக்கல நீ படி, இது ஒண்ணுதான் அவருக்கு வந்து காதல உளுந்துகிட்டே இருந்தது. அதனால நான் எல்லாத்தையுமே படிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன் சார், எக்ஸாம் போன பாஸ் ஆயிட்டேன். That's how he said. Home preparation, கோச்சிங் கிளாஸ் போல, கிராமத்தில் இருந்தாரு, அங்கேயே உட்காந்து படிச்சாரு. நகரத்துக்கு போய் பெருசா ஏதோ அச்சீவ் பண்ணணும்னு நான் மெட்ராஸுக்கு போறேன்னு மூட்டை தூக்கிட்டு போல, இருக்கிற இடத்துல படிச்சாருங்க. ப்ளீஸ் கம் சார். தேங்க்யூ. Thank you. Our next topper is Satyanandini Madam, All India rank 513, IFS Foreign Service. Again, we all know who's our role model in foreign service. She had the same role model, and she wanted to, be somebody like him. And she studied BA Economics. Namma Coimbatore PSG Krishnamal Kalluriyila dhaan padichanga ivanga. Amma is in the house, and dad mill worker. Adha sonnanga enga appa millil oru tharayum vela pannittu varappo என்னை படிக்கணும் இதுதான் சொல்லுவாரு. Group 1 exam service pass பண்ணி she is currently deputy collector. But she didn't want to stop there. Deputy collector ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் நம்ம எல்லாம் we will settle, but she didn't want to do. She want to go one step higher to make sure the dad's dream is fulfilled. 4 attempts she took. நம்மளுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும் collector வேலை எவ்வளவு கஷ்டம்னு. They are all the time somewhere floods, somewhere problem. They will always be managing things like that. In spite of that, she studied. And she said, I asked her, where did you get this time? She said, prioritize, sir. Prioritize what you want to do. And she got it. See, these are all success stories. This is the one which the reason I say they are the role models is today our children, our college students, they need to look at these people with their amazing success stories. And this is what should inspire them. And everyone, please come, madam. So, that is the mantra. The success story is you don't have to get energy or inspiration anywhere. Inspiration is here. The strength is in our heart. We only need the mind to work. If we get that, put the horse in front of a cart, we will achieve it. And I am really grateful, and one of the persons I admire for his courage, integrity, honesty is our Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu. And thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure. And my guru is Santosh Taneja ji, and every time I see him, I get a little bit of extra energy. And I want to introduce another person, Anushana's madam, Vaishnavi madam, who is the one who actually came on the day of starting this. And from the day one, she said we need more officers from our center, and she is the one who is standing behind him. So thank you, madam. Thanks for all your inspiration. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, one of the persons who's Shiva Shakti Vel, rank 349. I invite him with his parents. He is a doctor who did MBBS from Madras Medical College, cleared UPSC in 2021, and he is an IAS now. Please come up, sir, with your parents. The other inspiring stories, when I spoke to him, he said, you're from MMC, sir. You're from MMC, sir? Shivashakti Vel, sir? MMC. When I spoke to him, so he said he's from MMC, and that is the college which any doctor in Tamil Nadu will like to go there. It's such a prestigious college, and a great doctor is now missing from our community, but I'm happy he's going to help the larger good in this place. Please come, sir. Thank you. Now I invite a few students who wants to give you 2 minutes about their experience and journey in preparing for UPSC. And along that line, I would like to invite Ms. Priyadarshini. See, everybody has their own story and own style of preparing. So here is Priyadarshini for you. Thank you.
Thank you for the people in the dais and all the audience who are hearing for the story. My preparation is nearly a decade old. I started my preparation in 2015 and first prelims I did not clear. Next I went to mains in 2016 and in 2017 I went till interview. After that I got married in 2018. Later all the attempts were after my marriage. In 2018 and 19 again prelims I didn't clear. And in 2020 one more interview. Again in the interview I couldn't find my name in the last list. But have to say, from the first attempt I've been trying for forest service prelims also, which is really my favorite. I was not able to clear for 8 attempts in my forest service. Finally in 2023 I was able to make it. So I'm very thankful and happy to my parents, my staffs from the college, Anand Subramaniam sir who is sitting here, and all the mentors who are helping me in this process. And I hope my juniors from PSG Tech also make it here. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
I invite Ms. Neha to come up, please, and we would like to hear about your experience in studying and how to cope with the stress, what to do, what not to do in examinations. Please come up. Thank you.
A very good morning to the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, sir, Ravi sir, and the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Good afternoon, everybody. I am very glad, immensely honored to be here from a girl who shut her door in 2022 and started studying to a place where I'm honored by the governor. It's a long journey. I am very grateful that I made it here in the first attempt. It's an honor to be felicitated by the governor as a police officer in training. So seeing the capacities he has served in, it's a great inspiration to be in your presence, sir. And I hope to follow in your footsteps soon, sir. And then I'm really glad to stand here. And the backbone of my preparation was my family. My parents are doctors, so they were not at home much. But my grandfather and grandmother, they were the people at home. They were the people who instilled values in me, the people who instilled hope and gave me the courage to come till here. I am immensely proud of them and I'm grateful for them. Secondly, after home, I think school and college plays a major role. In school, I was an average student. Nobody really noticed me. But when I came to PSG College of Arts and Science, I think in the first year onwards, there were always people who noticed my talents, who noticed me as a person. Especially Varun sir, Dharani ma'am and Vasant sir. They were 3 people who actually gave me motivation to do this. And I was in NCC, so my commanding officer, Wing Commander Nitin as well, he was one major source of motivation for me, especially for UPSC. When I cleared AFCAT and I wanted to appear for SSB, he was very pertinent that I go in for UPSC because I was capable of that. So I have to thank PSG institution for giving me such eminent personalities in my life to guide me through this process. And one major thing that I would say to anybody preparing for this exam or for life itself is to be proactive. By proactive, I mean that focus on your dreams and do whatever it takes to get there. Sometimes I was preparing for a while during my college as well. So at the end of the day, I used to ask myself one thing. How much was I able to contribute to my career today? So that is one question that kept me moving. So I think that question, if all of us are able to ask that, what am I able to do for my dream today and focus our energy towards it, I think anything will be possible. And as a graduate of psychology, I know how much stress we get through in this exam and in life as well. So I think one major thing that we can do to handle stress is to have a good support system. It can be your friends. My friends were a major support system. I used to rant to them. That was one major way of coping for me. Other than that, my parents, my mom used to sit with me and talk. My dad used to give me jokes and keep me active, keep my mental state happy throughout my preparation. I think that is one way of coping, and another way is to battle through, because exam or life, it's not going to be easy. Looking at the population of India, I think in any field we will have to face competition, and with that competition comes stress. So we should be ready to face the facts and get through. So use all your strength, toil hard, and you'll reach where you want to be. Thank you.
I invite Harshavardhan sir to come up, and we would want to know, is there any separate, unique selling point in preparing for this exam? What should people who are aspirants do, especially, go to a center to study, or should they do their own preparation? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I myself, Harshavardhan, I did my graduation here in PhD Tech. I still remember the day in 2017 I entered this campus, and I'm grateful that the institution guided me and provided some support through our faculties which helped me to reach this goal. And I want to thank my parents and the other support members who guided me well. After completing my graduation here in 2021, I did my Masters in Business Administration from Madurai Commerce University, and I was a gold medalist there too. And I received my degree from my Honorable Governor itself. And after that session, we had a small discussion in the university, where I was sitting there as an audience, introducing myself as my aim is to become a civil servant to Governor sir. And now I'm standing here along with him as a successful civil servant, achieving an IPS. And here, with respect to examination, in the sense, I don't want to repeat the points which are already said. I find that major students are trying to achieve perfection. They are not attempting the exam considering that we have to complete the syllabus. Believe me or not, all the 20 students sitting here before you who clear the exam have never completed the 100% of the syllabus. We completed to still certain extent, and after that we know to manage how the unknown. It is about the capability to face the unknown questions and how to handle the situations. So that's more important in clearing this exam than completing the syllabus. Syllabus is a point which can guide you to this exam, and we have to manage the battle, and we have to face up unknown. And everyone here presenting there have their different journey, and we can find some people have cleared in the first attempt, and some people have in last attempts, and each and everyone's journey is unique, so that we have to pursue our journey in our own way. We cannot imitate other strategy. We have to devise our own strategy to clear this exam, and that's what it's needed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think that's the punch dialogue he said. Learn to manage the unknown. That's a fantastic thing. I invite Karthik Raja to come up, please, and we'd like to know, how did you get that confidence to, leave out the aims and then sit for 3 years getting all the criticism, discouragement, and you turned out to be a star today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your introduction. So my warm greetings to our Honorable Governor. He has been like a co-passenger in the UPS journey. Inga kodaye travel pannaru from the prelims and mains interview porathukku munadi interview mudichu success meet la until now is always like a co-passenger for us, guide or lighthouse madri. So sir keta question ku vandu inni thuniga karmam. So governor sir sonnadhu think to dare அப்படின்ற program we used to have. So adula once you have taken a decision or risk எடுக்கணும் அப்படி நீங்க எடுத்துட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா there is no looking back when you come to civil service. So உங்களை மாதிரி தான் நானும் அங்கே உட்காந்துட்டு இருந்தேன் ஏதோ ஒரு மூலையில. ஸோ அந்த மொமெண்ட்ல வந்துட்டு ஐ ஜஸ்ட் வாண்ட் டு ஷேர் வை ஐ வாண்ட் டு ஜாயின் சிவில் சர்வீசஸ். ஸோ எந்த மொமெண்ட்ல நான் சிவில் சர்வீசஸ்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சேனோ அதுதான் என்னோட மோட்டிவேஷன், அதுதான் என்னோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த் அண்ட் வீக்னஸ் அண்ட் எவ்ரிதிங். ஸோ எங்க ஊர்ல கோட்டை மாரியம்மன் கோயில் இருக்கும் சேலம்ல. ஸோ அவங்க போயிட்டு இருக்கப்ப சின்ன வயசுல ஐ யூஸ் டு பி வெரி ஸ்மால் பாய். ஸோ முடிச்சுட்டு வரப்போ ஒரு டவுன்ல பெரிய பில்டிங் இருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த பில்டிங் பக்கத்தில் ஒட்டினா அப்படியே ஒரு காம்பவுண்ட் வால் இருக்கு. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய பீப்புள் who are helpless and homeless, elderly people, deserted people இருந்தாங்க. அப்போ நமக்கு சின்ன வயசுல தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு குட்டி ஒன்று மெச்சூரிட்டியில் ஐம் ஆஸ்கிங் அ கொஸ்டின் லைக் who has got the power to change the lives of these people and who has got the responsibility to do. ஸோ நான் கேட்ட ரெண்டு கொஸ்டின், இது யாருடைய பொறுப்பு, யார் நினைச்சா மாற்ற முடியும் அப்படின்னு. ஸோ அப்போ எங்கள் அம்மா அதே பில்டிங்கை காட்டி, தம்பி இதுதான் கலெக்டர் ஆஃபீஸ், அவர் நினைச்சா எல்லாமே மாத்தலாம். ஸோ இஸ் லைக் த கிங் ஆஃப். ஸோ அந்த மொமெண்ட் சரி ஆயிடுவோம் அப்படின்னு. ஸோ தட் மொமெண்ட் ஹேஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் பீன் மை புஷிங் பாயிண்ட். ஸோ ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி டே வென் ஐ கோ டு பெட் அந்த பாசிட்டிவ் விஷுவலைசேஷன் இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும். நம்ம நைட் தூங்க போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஆல்வேஸ் யூஸ் டு ஹேவ் திஸ் ஒன் பாயிண்ட், வாட் ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு கான்ட்ரிபியூட் ஃபார் த சொசைட்டி. Or you want to be part of the blaming group, or you want to be the solution group. So நம்ம solution கொடுக்கணும். So for building Bharat and to contribute for the nation's building process, it is like a prestige for you have. So அதனால அந்த ஒரு விஷயம் தான் சார் always been அந்த risk taking ability கொடுத்திருக்கு. And thank you so much. Thank you sir. Thank you.
So risk taking ability and dare to dream. So we'll call Krishna Kumar next, and please tell us how much did you sleep and how much did you dream. So thank you sir, please come on.
Greetings to all the dignitaries on the dais. I myself was a student of this college. I did my mechanical engineering in PSC College of Technology. So it feels very nostalgic to be in the same hall in which I attended several sessions by several dignitaries. So it is very nostalgic. So in this moment, I would thank my parents for all the supports they gave me during this journey, especially my mother and father. My mother is here, as is my maternal uncle and aunt. So I thank them as well. So with that said, I would also like to thank all my professors in the mechanical engineering department, my project guide, Dr. Parbaraja, and my HOD, Dr. Thaila, for the thought-provoking conversations we had during my last year in college, which caused me a new perspective for the world for which I entered civil services. So regarding this exam, what I will say is perseverance always pays off. So whatever hard work you put in, you reap what you sow. So don't be mind boggled by the syllabus or the difficulty of the exam. Be consistent in your work, and with consistent hard work, you'll get results. So with that, I thank everyone for this opportunity, and thank you.
May I invite Ms. Inba please to come up and share her experience along the journey.
Respected Governor Sir and other dignitaries in the dais and off the dais, good afternoon everyone, parents and students and my dear fellow batchmates. I'm really grateful that I received such an honor in this stage now. And I want to tell future aspirants that just dream big in any field. Just dream big, achieve that. You have to fix the goal after thinking many times, after analyzing everything, what you want to become and fix the goal and work for that with consistency and hard work. There is no smart work. With consistency and hard work, everything falls in place. I just want to quote Thirukural, Enni thuninga kanumam, thuninda pin ennuvam என்பதிலுக்கு. நம்ம ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு, கோல் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு, அதுக்கப்புறம் அதுல இருந்து பேக் அடிக்க தேவையே இல்லை. We can, everyone said, whenever I used to say I am preparing for a UPSC, you must have plan B. I said, no, there is no plan B. You can have sub-plan to support your UPSC preparation, but there is no plan B because we fixed our goal. We have to work towards that. You can get any guidance from, nowadays there are numerous sources are available and many, this function, many role models were available. You can access them. You can ask any questions regarding that. You can get online classes everywhere. So just focus on your dreams. Work hard. Just another thing. Everyone asking, who is your inspiration? And how did you study for further attempts? Because this is my overall third attempt. For the first 2 attempts, I didn't clear prelims itself. So whenever you stay, after your failure in the prelims itself, how do you cope up with that? How do you come? There's one thing. Why we want to, everyone has their own version of why we want to be a civil servant. That is what, you have to have your own way of why I want to become a civil servant. My parents used to say, just help the people who are not able to get the access like others, because we are also from a humble family. ஒரு பேசிக் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் கூட இருக்காத ஒரு இடத்துல, அப்போ நம்மள மாதிரி ஒரு கஷ்டப்படுற ஒரு இடத்துல உள்ளவங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்றதுக்கான இடத்த தேடி போகணும். ஸோ அந்த இடம் தான் இதுங்கிறத நான் முடிவு பண்ணி இங்க வந்தேன். That is the one thing that drives me throughout my journey of this 4 years. Like this, you have to have those driving force within yourself. Don't search role models in the other. You can get inspired by them, but you have to have your own unique inspiration thought or thing within yourself and work towards that. And I wish everyone, because I was there, like my fellow batchmates would agree, before 1 year, we are like one of few people. So we stand here with our hard work and the efforts we sacrifices, everything. So I wish you all the best to conquer the same, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Inba. So what she said, I understand, is plan B is to implement your plan A. So that should be our plan. Well done. And I invite Ashik to come up, and he's a big motivation speaker as well. So I want to see some higher works. Thank you.
Good morning, respected dignitaries and Honorable Governor. And I invite every single one of you who have come to listen to our speeches. Now, I want to keep my speech in a theme-based manner. I just start with 2 stories. நம்ம பேசிக்கா வந்து புக் ரீடிங் ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது எல்லாரும் சொல்ற ஒரு புக் வந்து Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. I believe most of you would have read that book, and that was my first book too. And அந்த புக்ல இருக்கிற ஸ்டோரியை தான் நான் யூபிஎஸ்சி ஜேர்னி கூட நான் வந்து லிங்க் பண்றேன். Because in that story, the protagonist, Santiago ஒருத்தன் இருப்பான். He is a sheep shepherd, and ஒரு பாலடைஞ்ச ஒரு சர்ச்சில் வந்து தூங்கிட்டு இருக்கும்போது அவர் கனவுல வரும், இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஈஜிப்ட்ல ஒரு 2000 கிலோமீட்டர் தாண்டி ஒரு புதையல் இருக்கு அப்படின்ட்டு. ஸோ வாட் யூ வில் டூ இஸ், போய் ஒரு சூட் செய்யறட்ட, அதாவது கையில் ஜாதகம் பார்க்குறாங்க, அவங்ககிட்ட போய் வந்து கேட்பாரு, ஆமாம் நீ வந்து போய் அந்த புதையலை போய் தேடு அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு போவாங்க. So he will take a long journey, he will walk, he will struggle, he will go through a number of challenges, and finally அங்க ஈஜிப்ட்ல போய் வந்து அந்த இடத்துக்கு போகும்போது அப்பதான் அவருக்கு தெரியும், கடைசியில் அந்த புதையல் வந்து அவர் அன்னைக்கு படுத்து தூங்கின அந்த சர்ச்சில் தான் இருந்திருக்கும். So the treasure was right there all along, and this UPSC journey is similar to that. இங்க UPSC ஜேர்னியில் உள்ள வர்றவங்க எல்லாரும், we all think that we need to go to Delhi, we need to go to some costly institutes, we need to go to other costly places, Chennai, Delhi, அந்த மாதிரி போனாதான் நம்ம கிளியர் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு மித்து வந்து இருக்கு. பட் அங்க போயிட்டு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் தெரியும், the treasure was all along. It was there with us all along. நம்ம ஹோம் தான் நம்மளோட ட்ரெஷர்ன்றது நம்ம அங்க போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் தெரியும். So every one of you can make it through this in your own homes, in your own desk, in your own chairs. So you don't have to go to any places at all. You can get some guidance, but it is completely doable. You can completely make it happen. Okay, that is my first thing. And the next thing is, keep it simple. Just because this is the highest prestigious, most toughest exam in our country, people complicate this thing. People complicate the exam. எப்படின்னா ஒரு சப்ஜெக்டுக்கு 10 புக் வாங்குறது, நிறைய விளாக்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, லைனா புக்கா அடிக்க வச்சிருப்பாங்க, ஆனா கடைசியில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து ஒரு புக் கூட முழுசா படிச்சிருக்க மாட்டாங்க. அண்ட் மை அட்வைஸ் டு ஆல் த ஆஸ்பிரன்ஸ் இஸ், ஆல் த ஃபியூச்சர் ஆஸ்பிரன்ஸ் இஸ், கீப் இட் சிம்பிள், கீப் இட் வெரி சிம்பிள். டேக் 1 புக், தரவா கரைச்சி குடிச்சிருங்க, அவ்வளோதான். அந்த முன்னாடி நான் சார்கிட்ட சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் படிங்க. அந்த படிக்கிறது வந்து ஒரு புக்கை தரவா படிங்க. அப்படி படிச்சீங்கன்னா நம்ம ஈஸியா அந்த எக்ஸாம் வந்து கிளியர் பண்ணிடலாம். அண்ட் as my fellow batchmates said, we have not completed the entire syllabus. Yes, we have trained ourselves to conquer the unknown. And the third thing is, the keep it simple-லயே வந்து இன்னொரு இது என்னன்னா வந்து that Sankalp interview program. And I'm very grateful to that, because when I reached Delhi for my interview, I wanted to attend some mock interviews, and when I was searching for many institutes, and it was very flashy. Many institutes வந்து வீடியோ எடுக்கிறதுக்காண்டி நீங்கள் நிறைய இன்டர்வியூலாம் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க யூடியூப்ல. நிறைய அகாடமிஸ் வந்து அவங்க வீடியோ போட்டிருப்பாங்க. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நல்லா கிராண்டாக இருக்கும். ஒவ்வொருத்தவங்களும் ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துல உட்காந்துருப்பாங்க. பட் when I went to Sankalp for the interview guidance program, it was very simple. It was just a room, just a table, four elder guidance counselor were sitting there and they were conducting the interview. And I thought how it was very so simple. But I went to the actual interview. I was very mind boggled because it was very closest to what Sankalp offered. அப்படியே அங்க என்ன இருந்துச்சோ அதுதான் வந்து இன்டர்வியூல இருந்துச்சு. Then I understood why we need to keep it simple in every part of our journey. அந்த இதுலயே பாத்தீங்கன்னா வந்து similarly we would be going to many institutes for guidance இது அது, but everything is now in the palm of our hands. நீங்க வந்து நெட்ல நீங்க போட்டீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிரும். And so I wish all the future aspirants who have come here, who have taken the effort to come here, because intent matters the most. Many would be sitting in their homes wasting this opportunity, but you coming and sitting here to listen to us because you know that you want to get something from us, so that you can achieve in your future like us. So I wish every one of you a success, and thank you for this program. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone for your awe-inspiring stories. I'm sure all your journeys would have inspired hundreds of aspirants to achieve great heights. It's a delight to see the faces of parents and faculty brimming with pride over the achievements of these UPSC toppers. And now, for the highlight of the day. Thiru R.N. Ravi Avargal is the current governor of Tamil Nadu, having assumed office on September 18, 2021. Thiru R.N. Ravi is a former Indian police officer, IPS officer of the 1976 batch from the Kerala cadre, and has held various key positions in his career. Before his appointment as governor, he served as the governor of Nagaland. He was born in Patna, Bihar, and completed his master's in physics in 1974. After a brief stint in journalism, he joined the Indian Police Service in 1976 and was allotted to Kerala cadre and has held several key positions in his career. After retiring from the government service in 2012, Mr. Ravi wrote regular columns in national newspapers. Our Honorable Governor has had an illustrious career in security and intelligence. He was known for his work in counter-insurgency and peace negotiations, particularly in the northeast region of India. His role as the interlocutor for the Naga peace talks is especially noteworthy. As the governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi's tenure is marked by active engagement with the state government and a focus on national integration and security. Annai Tamilukku Magudam Sooti, Marabu Tamilal Sokka Vaithu, Tharani Potrum Tannigarilla Maindanai, இக்கூட்டத்திற்கு தலைமையேற்று நல்லதொரு தலைமை உரையாற்ற திரு கவர்னர் R.N. Ravi அவர்களை அழைக்கிறேன். I request the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu to deliver the keynote address.
Respected Mananiya Santosh Taneja ji, other dignitaries on the dais, Sri Anush, Dr. Prakashan, Sri Vishnu, members of this PSG institution, stars of the day who have been felicitated for their extraordinary success, their proud parents, future aspirants, distinguished invitees, my dear students, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். meeting, spending time with young people who are the future of our country, especially all the more with such young people who have achieved extraordinary success, is a matter of privilege for me, is a matter of sheer delight for me. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate the future civil servants, those who have made the exam. I also like to congratulate their proud parents. The future officers, what you have achieved through your hard work, through your determination. And with the blessings of and support of your parents. And of course, the teachers. I like to thank the institution like Sambhavi Sankalp, which has taken it as a mission to carry forward the mission of Sankalp. Our respected Santosh Taneja ji gave a brief account of, for want of time, otherwise he has such a wealth of experience and information that he can keep talking about, and listening would be sheer music to our ears. You know, Sankalp, we all know about Sankalp, how it is guiding students, the future civil servants. From the perspective of a former civil servant, I'll tell you Sankalp, the core purpose. You know, these services, especially the All India services, in some way, after we became independent, was a legacy of the imperial services. When I joined the service in 1976, the people in our academy, those who used to quote the role models, were the officers who were more British than the British themselves. How regal, how commanding, how authoritative. I mean, that was something which somehow from people like me who came from a rural background, not very comfortable with. So one was the attitude of the civil servants. They were government servants, but largely they were not civil. You know, they always thought that they were the rulers. Very often they used to quote one thing, they are the steel frame of India. A steel frame of India they are. But in what sense? You realize you are a frame to hold the country together. You know, you have a purpose. But they became a purpose in themselves. So that somehow the orientation of the civil servant was less service, more an authority. As the British controlled through fear, officers controlled their charges through fear, control. That was one orientation. Second, largely people used to come from affluent backgrounds. People used to, you would see that generations, of course, Santosh Taneja mentioned about myself that, okay, there's now this All India Service officers, children are not, largely we have children from students from, or rather young men and women from the rural areas. Rightly so. But those days, majority of officers, those who used to get selected, they all had a pedigree. They had people in the family who were in civil services. Now, these two did not gel with the ethos of our country, India, Bharat. Independent Bharat, you know, civil servants had very, very important role, you know. You have two sets of people who matter in shaping the destiny of the country, largely. Of course, everyone does in its own way. One is a political executive, and second is a permanent civil service. The permanent civil servants who stay in the system while politicians come and go, they are the one who have a great responsibility to see that the policies are implemented equitably, grievances are addressed, and people are empowered. With a sense of service, they are supposed to do their job. Both were missing those days. And in that background, Sankalp started. And Santosh Taneja ji has been right from the beginning. He was the one who conceived, created, nursed, and he has been mentoring it since then. To create civil servants, first, orientation should not be of authority, would not be something imperial attitude, carrying out the legacy, I am the successor of or the worthy heir of the British. No. It has to be something which is, ethos have to be of service, Bharatiya, Indian. And second, picking people from the rural area, marginalized section of the people, those who are underprivileged, because they constitute the bulk of our people. This country, Bharat, cannot grow and fulfill her destiny unless every section of it, especially the marginalized section, the poor section, they develop. So our civils are only when we have civil servants from such background, they would be able to feel the pain, they would be able to feel the anguish, they would be able to understand and relate with the problems. With these two objectives, Sankalp started, and as you all know, that in nearly 4 decades of its journey, from a very humble, modest beginning, it has reached where it is today, and has one should say that it should be credited with producing over 9,000 civil servants. Friends, about this, the winners, I would like to share with you a few, you may call it tips, because when I see you, I go back 48 years back when I was in your position. And when I hear your stories, I was hearing stories, I was quite relating my own story with yours. Because I came from absolute rural background, I didn't see electricity until I went to college. I studied in kerosene lab. Had to walk 8 kilometers one way to go to my school. So those were the conditions. At the time, we didn't know much about, even hardly there was awareness about civil services. What is civil services? But then, the power of dream. We have all talked about the power of dream. It has enormous power. You can move the mountain. Coming up in that adverse circumstances, somehow, I won't say somehow, primarily because of my parents, more so my mother, that my dreams were not small. And in my school, in my library, I used to read inspirational stories, stories that could inspire you as a high school student. And there, of course, it was a Hindi medium school. One of the stories while I was reading, for the first time, I heard the name of Tiruvalluvar. And there, it was written in Hindi, in Devanagari script, which is a script of Hindi. Power of determination. And even before I knew, the writing was that, it was in Hindi, that there was a great rishi, saint of South India, Dakshin Bharat, who said, what did he say? About the power of your resolve, power of your dream. Enniye enniang edip enniyar tenniye rag perin. If you have your determination, if you think to achieve something, nothing will stop you, if you are so firm about it. Somehow it stuck. It stuck to me. And it kept inspiring. And I must share with you, as I said, that I am emotionally at your level where you are, because as I said, I am 48 years back. The two things that kept guiding me, inspiring me all through my life and dealing with all kinds of situations, one was this great Tiruvalluvar saying, which I said, Enniye enniyang edip enniyar tenniye rag perin. And second was a message from Bhagavad Gita. I was fortunate that as a school student, primary school student, under instruction of my father, I had memorized the entire Bhagavad Gita, or entire 700 sloka of that, even without knowing what it meant. But I tell you, it has continued guiding me, supporting me, giving me strength time to time. So there was one which talks about you do what you are supposed to do and forget about result will come. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phal bhetu. No, you do your work. Forget it. It will come. Do with total devotion. Friends, especially for the aspirants, keep this in mind. You have heard, each of the stories that you heard is inspirational. But eventually, it is you who have to inspire yourself. Do it. For this successful future civil servants, those sitting here, a few tips for your life and your career. From my own experience, I would like to tell you. Because It's the beginning of your life, a new life. Your personal life and your career will grow together. You cannot separate the two. And how do you manage it? Having achieved the success, one chapter is over. Now the next chapter begins. And there will be many chapters. How do you conduct yourself so that you will have a fulfilling life and a fulfilling career? The first thing, you must learn to digest the success. Sometimes some people, for them it becomes difficult to digest the success. And you believe that once it gets into your head, it distorts your personality. You cease to be a humble person. Realize that. One thing you must realize. You have all done very hard work. You had the blessings of your parents and all. But you should realize that there were candidates who were not less bright. They couldn't make it. Be humble. In your success, in your achievement, there are many people who have played the roles. Your parents, your teachers, maybe your siblings, or maybe somebody else who has come across at some point of life, touched you, you met this person, and that person inspired you and brought about a change. There are many invisible factors that go into making ourselves who we are, our success. So, our success is not purely our own alone. There are contributions of others, known and unknown. Be humble. Remember that. You are all at a very senior level, perhaps the senior most level for the service where you start, there you will grow. You will be nice and gentle to your own staff. Even the one who comes and cleans your table, puts a glass of water, be nice to him. It is circumstances that brought him here and you are here. Perhaps the rule could have been otherwise too. So be humble, be nice to all. And believe me, you will be rewarded in many ways, because all these people will look upon you not as somebody to be afraid of or a boss or senior. They will look upon you with affection, the love. And that gives you so much of a strength. Enormous. So be nice, courteous. You must know their family. Especially those who are close working around in your staff. What are their family conditions? Maybe somebody's mother is not well. Ask, find out. Do something if you can help. They should become part of your family. Now, if you develop it as a matter of, many of you have it within you, but those of you who are not you feel that it needs to be inculcated, do it. Know every staff by name, their family, married, not married, children, how many children, parents, what. You must know about them. Those who are around you, especially those who are around you. It should be a part. It should be like a family. You know, this journey will be very eventful. There will be ups and downs. Don't think that it will always be smooth and pleasant. No. Because responsibilities that you will be dealing with our responsibilities are pretty humongous, whether in the field or in the office. Whichever place you are, it will be a big responsibility. Now, you need to take care of, first and foremost, your own self. What does it mean? When I say you need to take care of your own self, we all as a human being, we all have three aspects of our personality: physical, intellectual, and spiritual. Physical, you have to keep yourself healthy. A civil servant should not fall ill. Anybody can fall ill, that's okay. But should not fall ill because of some your lifestyle. Because something which is avoidable. When COVID came, people got infected, so okay, what can be done? Nothing. But I see today you will find that there are civil servants at the age of 40, 45, blood pressure, hypertension, all kinds of problems. No. You must realize you are role model wherever you are. You are role model to your place, your village you come from. You are role model to school or college where you studied. The students, they look upon you. You are role model for the youth around wherever you work. And a role model cannot afford to be an indisciplined man, a person who is sick. No. Take care of your physical health. And it is not a big deal. All that you need to do is, at a young age, of course, you might be playing games and all those things. Keep playing that. But what has kept me in all through my age so far is a regime of yoga. Yoga, if you can, you should work out for yourself about an hour, 50 minutes to an hour every day. And anyone says that I'm too busy for it is telling you a lie, I'm telling you. Nobody is so busy that cannot find a time to have this. So keep that. Keep yourself physically healthy. You are not in a competition of bodybuilding or weightlifting. You are not going. Your fitness, physical health is a means to an end, to keep yourself healthy. Even in our scriptures it says, Sarira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. Body is the medium of fulfilling all our dharma. Dharma is duty. Duty towards myself, duty towards my family, duty towards my parents, duty towards my society, duty towards my country. My body is the medium. So take care of your health. Have a regular regime. Yoga is the best. That is what I found. You may try it and I'm sure you will not regret it. Second is intellectual. You have cleared the exam. That doesn't mean that you know everything. Forget about it. You should first realize that you know nothing. You must realize you have to keep learning, keep growing, keep growing. The subject that you are dealing, learn about it. Be thorough. Beyond that, keep the habit of develop. If you do not have, develop the habit of reading. You know, when you are, because a lot of changes are happening in the world. A lot of things are happening. And I can assure you, don't waste too much time on newspapers too much. Read something worthwhile, which makes you intellectually, stimulates, enriches you. And there is no dearth of such material, reading material. So keep intellectually growing. Because you will find, today you have joined service, 10 years, 20 years down the line. There are people who start, there is a gravity down on the people who you will start a person after 20 years of service, you look at the guy, he looks like somehow, not very inspirational. But there are people at the same time, intellectually vibrant, they have options, opportunity, problem solving. People look up to you. If you keep intellectually growing, your opportunities also come, new and new opportunities keep falling on your side. If you do not, simply because, after all, there is in a bureaucracy, there is a principle of conveyor belt. That you have got on a conveyor belt, you will keep going, time you will get promotion and all that. That's not a life that is worth of a civil servant. You must grow with a sense of fulfillment. So, when you are intellectually growing, opportunities will start, more and more opportunities will start coming your ways. People will look for you. It is not necessary that what you are doing. What you are doing, that's okay. But people will look for, institutions will look for, authorities will look for even your help in areas which you are not doing. Because they know that here is a person who can show us the way. So keep growing intellectually. That's very important. So develop reading habit. And make it a point that, okay, 1 hour I will read. As a discipline, because most important thing is discipline in life. If you don't have discipline, forget about it. You will not. You got into service, fine. Like everybody else, you will grow and perish. So develop habit, discipline habit of, as first I said, discipline habit of physical fitness, health. Second is intellectual growth. And third is a spiritual. A spiritual is, you don't necessarily, you have to every day you have to go to temple. It's not necessary. Or church or mosque. A spiritual is connecting with the larger. For me, it was a Bhagavad Gita which kept me all through. Sometimes people say, sometimes some of my well-wishers, they say, elders will tell, Ravi, it must be very stressful time. Somebody say, sir, you might be. I only laugh at it. I say, I don't know what they're talking. It is not. It doesn't make sense to me. Because I am the least stressed person, I tell you. Because that, what you call a stress, is your own making. The way you look at it. And the way you look at it, that drishti, that outlook, for me, it is Bhagavad Gita that shaped me. You can have any. You know, you are all, with your effort and blessings, you have achieved something which is very, very, very profoundly significant. Can you think of adopting a child from very underprivileged, very, very poor, school, a girl preferably, a boy too, no harm, bright, the child. Can you sponsor the seed that you are the child's education? You take care, not only just by sending money, but periodically meeting the school, the teacher, and see how the child is progressing. Help the child if you can help by this kind of, that child becomes part of your family. By the time the child completes her or his school, child is set. Because if you have put your hand and heart in that child will be a successful person in life. And that will give you immense satisfaction. Immense satisfaction. You will not realize unless you have done it. Now, these are all a spirituality, connecting with, doing something for the other. One may call it compassion. Yes, compassion has to be in all of us. And wherever, in every act of ours, compassion must reflect. It should be instinctively. But make it concentrated. Pick up a child. Because when you pick up a child from such a background, it is also a responsibility. When you see the child growing, doing well, doing well in examinations, teachers are happy, good, go and occasionally, sometimes, I know you are busy, it won't be possible, but at least once in a while, meet the teachers, find how the child doing. You see, be in part of her life or his life. Be. That will make you much better human being. This journey of life and journey of career will become very, very meaningful. Second thing is, this is your personal, physical, intellectual, spiritual. Second is your financial management. How do you manage your finance? Nowadays we keep hearing about corruption, all this. But I can assure you, there are a large number of civil servants who are absolutely honest. They are doing the service to the country very, very sincerely, untainted. But for that, you have to manage your finances properly. Because without finances, without money, you will not be able to do many things in life. Sometime later, you will have your children, their education. As they grow, education needs, expenses will increase. So you have to learn the habit of saving right from now. You are fortunate that your starting salary will be around 1 lakh rupees. With very little obligation, you should learn how to save. And if you start saving this regularly, I assure you, over a period of time, you will find yourself very, very comfortable. Saving. Because a lot of money that we spend, some people will say is a miser. Forget about all the nonsense. You don't listen to these people who are not worthy of listening. The question is, many a times we overspend. Things on which occasionally you do indulge. There's no harm. I don't say that you have to. But many a times, because of lack of planning, because of lack of financial prudence, we spend everything we get. And I tell you one thing, even if you get 1 crore rupees a month, it is not too much. It will go on. No amount of money is enough if you are not financially disciplined. So, manage your finances properly. This is the age at which you can do some saving. Do it regularly. And then you will find years later, you are in a much better, you don't have to go to anyone and think of, that will not put you under pressure. That lack of money you are not able to. So manage your finances properly, develop habit of saving right from now, and put your money in a way that it grows. Whichever be the schemes, you would know it better. Those of you who are not married, still single, third advice is choose your spouse carefully. Because it is, as I said, it is your career and life, both are going together. And if your spouse is not with you, forget it, you cannot succeed in your life or career both. Your spouse must be your partner in life, willing to travel with you through odds and events, through good time, through bad time. I tell you, if your spouse is with you, you can take on the whole world. You can take on the world, come home, there is somebody who says, yes, you have done right. We are here happy. You may go through all kinds of odds, lot of difficulties. Your spouse. So your spouse must be a person who is willing to travel with you, because as a civil servant, your journey is not going to be so smooth and pleasant. You will go through difficult times. places of posting will be difficult. You not also everywhere you won't have all the facilities that perhaps if your spouse might expect if she is not mentally compatible, psychologically compatible with you. So be careful. Choose a spouse who is a partner in your life, who should be able to travel with you. That's very, very important. I think these are some of the tips that has kept me in good shape, and I'm sure that will keep you also in good shape. As far as aspirants are concerned, those who are thinking or planning to go for the civil services, my advice would be, first, think over it. Think over it. Take your time, not too long. Are you serious? Because it's not a marathon where I also ran. That will not help you. You are only wasting. Whether you are determined or not. Once you make a determination that yes, I have to go to civil services, then you get on it. Start studying, start orienting yourself. Because a desultory kind of study, reading whatever comes my way, that is not. It is also, because it is a tough competition. So your strategy has to be correct. It is not only like a war, I am a brave soldier, I will go and fight, you will die. They will kill you. Unless you have the strategy, how to take on. So strategize, that is very important. You must be clear about what is civil services, what are the syllabus, what are the questions. Allocate the time. Time management is very important. And 3 things in life is important for whichever field you go. First, whichever goal you set, you have to work very hard. Dedicate yourself to that. And be self-disciplined. Time management. Time management is very important. And for the aspirants, if you think that, okay, now it's time, I'm going with my friend for 1 week holiday, fine, I will start after that. No, that will not work. If you have decided that I have to go for this, forget about all this. Unless you get the goal. What Swami Vivekananda said, don't stop not until you achieve the goal. You have reached the goal. So, all these holidaying, merrymaking, you can have it later, not now. If you have chosen to do something like this, then your day begins from your journey of preparations begins today. So, you must manage your time very, very carefully. Every day, the day you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep, the time in between. It is not that today, sometime you wake up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, other time you are getting about 9 o'clock in the morning. That's not the way. It's indiscipline. You will not achieve anything in life unless you are, first of all, you have to discipline yourself. Time management. In between, when you wake up and sleep, how you are managing the time. How much time you are wasting, especially for the aspirants. Nowadays, a lot of distractions. You have a screen, mobile, all kinds of things. Don't waste time on that. If you are accessing something on the internet, by all means you do that. But we know how much time. General study shows that our young people are spending about 5 to 6 hours a day surfing on mobile just like that. No, this is a sheer waste of time. Not only waste of time, it also takes a heavy toll on your capacity to think, capacity to analyze. because you are all the time glued to a visual phenomenon. Your mind stops. It only emotions react. No, it is not only a distraction, but it's something which intellectually debilitates you. So be disciplined about how much time you are spending on the screen. It's very important. So, set your goal, work hard to achieve that goal by self-discipline and proper management of time, and have confidence in yourself. You know, each one of you are your best friend, but also you are your worst enemy. Nobody is a better friend to you than you yourself, and nobody is a worse enemy to you than yourself. Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, Atmayu Atmanayu Atmano Bandhu Atmanaiva Riput Atmana. You are the enemy of yourself, you are the friend of yourself. Do you want to be a friend of yourself? Do you want to be enemy of yourself? If you want to be a friend of yourself, be disciplined and work hard and trust in yourself. Remember what Tiruvalluvar says. Nothing will stop you. You will achieve it. Be sure about it. Friends, I'm very happy to be with all of you today. I love to hear the stories of the young people, because very selfish reason, it also makes me young. And after all, you guys are the future of our country. You must be hearing future, but no, this is not a rhetoric. You know, our country today is a unique position. Our country today is marching ahead with a confidence that never before. You know, at the time of independence, we were the 6th economy in the world. But in 2014, we dropped down to 11th economy in the world. Today, we have again come to the 5th. And we know that in a few years, we are going to be the number 3rd economy. You are a witness, you are fortunate. You are witness and participant both in the journey of this country. You all, young civil servants and those who are aspirants, all of you, you are at a very, very fortunate moment in history of our country. Now we have set, the country has set a goal. The 2047, we have to be a fully developed country. Each one of us have to set a goal. Yes, when in 2047, 15th of August, ask a question to yourself. What did I do to make this country great? Answer to that question will give you the satisfaction of your life and the purpose. So, today, we have so much of opportunities. And for the aspirants, for others, those who wish to, for the young people, there are many things which are available. The government of India, the Prime Minister is so keen for building the youth, because they know that you are the guys who are actually going to not only make it, but also to enjoy the fruits of Viksit Bharat, the developed Bharat. By and large, people of my generation will all be vanished or will all disappear. It is you guys. Realize that. Keep that in mind. That you are not just an individual. You are a national asset. And when you say national asset, you have a responsibility toward the nation to make it great, to make this Bharat great. I am sure you will do that. I have no doubt about it. I wish all of you the very, very best. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. We're extremely grateful and privileged to listen to you today. We vow to stay humble, to stay physically fit, grow intellectually, stay disciplined, spiritual, compassionate, and financially disciplined. Your words have truly resonated with us, and they will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on everyone here. வானுக்கு வையகம் சொல்லும் நன்றி பொழிகின்ற காரணத்தால், விதை பரப்பி புள்ளினங்கள் சொல்லும் நன்றி தரு கிளை தந்த காரணத்தால், புகழ் விளங்க சீடன் சொல்லும் நன்றி குரு மதி தந்த மகிமையால், சபையோருக்கு நாங்கள் சொல்லும் நன்றி விழாவதனை சிறப்பித்தமையால். I now request Dr. Prakasan to deliver the vote of thanks.
Most respected Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R. N. Ravi sir, Dr. Santosh Tanja, founder Sankalp IAS Academy, New Delhi, other dignitaries on the dais, the determined, successful civil servants, young civil servants, heads of institutions, heads of departments, faculty members, media and press, dear students, faculty members, and other invitees, participants in online. At the outset, my pranams to all of you and vanakkam. This event is highly inspiring. This campus is a very energized campus and inspiring atmosphere, which is again reinforced by the words of wisdom and vision by the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu State. Sir, your words of wisdom, words of vision and advice to all of us, we take with immense gratitude. Thank you for being with us and delivering to us. Thank you. I thank Dr. Santosh Taneja for his opening words of felicitation. Thanks to all the successful civil servants who came to the stage, received the felicitation from the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, and your experience sharing was very valuable. And I thank you for your gracious presence, and the future students also will get the inspiration from all of this. I thank PSG management and managing trustee Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, who guides us for all our through all our endeavors, and the word PSG and Sons Charities. The other meaning is renunciation. So in Upanishad there is a word, Tyage Nege Amrudatvam Anashu. So all the success today were shared here. There was a great story of renunciation behind, and PSG and Sons Charities and all the PSG institutions practice it. They adopt students, help them, and we are very happy that our alumni, many of them are successful today through the civil service exam. I thank all the media and press for their august presence recording this event, and the all heads of departments who came to the stage, parents, all other invitees. I thank all of them, and special thanks to the Shambhavi Sankalp Foundation in Coimbatore for taking this initiative and arranging this function in this campus, making it more energetic and inspiring. This hall is a very energized hall. Many luminaries have visited this campus, spoken here, inspired students. That is why this legacy continues. In the next week, coming days, we are celebrating 78th Independence Day of our nation, Bharat 2047. So when we sing the national anthem, let us all imagine on what the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu spoke, how to make the country go still high. That is, Janda Unja Rahe Hamara Vijayi Vishwa Tiranga Pyara. With this, I wish you all the best. Thank you for the opportunity.
Requesting all students to remain seated until the Honorable Governor leaves. So kindly be silent and seated. I request all the UPSC toppers from Tamil Nadu and the YA dignitaries to go on stage for a group photo with the dignitaries. UPSC toppers first on stage.
Okay. அப்படியே அவங்க எடுத்து அப்படியே எடுத்து
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Lunch has been organized for all dignitaries in F202, one floor now. Requesting you all to join us for lunch. And refreshments are arranged for students in front of F203 on first floor of the same building.
வேற வழியே இங்கே இருக்கு. அவருக்கும் தெரியாது. லேட் ஆனதும் சொன்னாலும் மீறி பண்ண அவருக்கு தெரியாம இல்லை. இப்போ 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 நீங்க இதுதான் தெளிவா இந்த மாவட்டத்தில் சார் அடுத்த நம்ம இதுக்கு ஆள் வேணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு வணக்கம் 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 சொல்லுங்க. யாருங்க? சரிங்க சரிங்க. வரதா இருந்தா வந்துடுறேங்க. பிரச்சனை இல்லை. நான் இங்கே தான் இருக்கிறேங்க. திங்கக்கிழமை நான் வந்துடுறேங்க. பார்த்துறேன் சரிங்க 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 சரி சரி. நாளைக்கு தானுங்க. ஆமாம் ஆமாம் நாளைக்கு தானே. நாளானைக்கு தானே. சரி கூப்பிடு என்ன விஷயம்? சரி சரி சரி. ஏதோ லோக்கல் ஏதாவது பிரச்சனை ஏதாவது வந்துருப்பாங்க. நான் இப்போ இல்லைனாங்க நானே உங்களை கூப்பிட்றேன். வெரி குட் வெரி குட். பெரிய பெரிய
2 minutes
ஆமாம் அதுல எல்லாம் போடுறது அது வேற, அது பர்பஸே வேற. இது மூட்டையில போட்டு கொடுக்குறது அது இல்லை, அது பர்பஸ் வேற. அதெல்லாம் இல்லை அது காஸ்ட்லி இன்னொரு கொடுக்குறது அதுக்கு சம்மந்தம் ஏதோ ஏதோ சாக்கில் போடுறது இல்லைன்னா அப்படி தூக்கி கட்டி காமிச்சு அதுக்கு ஒன்று கொடுக்கும்.
குமுதம் வந்து டிவியில் வருதா? ஹலோ, ஏன் ரொம்ப நேரம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க?
தேவைப்படுற மாதிரி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது.
ஏன்னா இது டிவியில் வருதா குமுதமா? டிவியில் வர்றதில்ல, யூடியூப்ல மட்டும்தான். டிவியில் வர்றது அதுக்கு நீங்க தானா?
அவருக்கு கூட தெரிஞ்சிருக்கு சார்.
நியூஸ் ஜி நியூஸ் வருதா வர்றது இல்லையா? ஜி நியூஸ் அது நீங்க வர்றது இல்லையா? டிவி 9 இல்ல தமிழ்நாட்டுல யூடியூப்ல.
ஆனா மற்றதுல எல்லாம் வந்து பெங்களூர் தெலுங்கானா
எப்படின்னா மகாசிமெண்டோட ஓனர் அதை வாங்கிட்டாரு. கம்பெனி தான்
வைக்க வேண்டியதில்லை.
பண்ணிக்கணும் என் மேலே தவறு இல்லை, சாரி வச்சுக்காதீங்க. அது கொஞ்சம் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ரெப்ரஸன்டேஷன் வாங்கண்ணா. அண்ணா ஒரே நிமிஷங்கண்ணா போடலாமா? எப்படிண்ணா இருக்கீங்க? ஃபோன் எடுத்துக்கலாமா? நீங்கள் சொல்லலாமா? ஒரே நிமிஷங்கண்ணா. ஐயா ஒரே நிமிஷங்க ஐயா. அம்மா வாங்கம்மா. அம்மா வாங்க. அம்மா வாங்க. அம்மா அம்மா சேர் கொண்டு வாங்க. கொண்டு வர்றாங்களா?
இது தள்ளுமா? லேசா தள்ளிக்கும். லேசா தள்ளி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
அண்ணா பத்திரிகை நண்பர்களுக்கு எங்களுடைய வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். நண்பர்கள் கொஞ்சம் தாமதமாக ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கிறோம், அதுக்காக மன்னிப்பையும் கோரிக்கொள்கின்றோம். இன்று நம்முடைய த இந்தியன் பப்ளிக் ஸ்கூல் ஈரோடில் தன்னார்வ அமைப்புகள் எல்லாம் ஒன்றாக இணைந்து ஒரு போதை இல்லாத தமிழகத்தை உருவாக்குவதற்காக இங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய கல்லூரி மாணவர்கள், இங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அவங்கள மையமாக வச்சு இன்றைக்கி ஒரு நிகழ்வு நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அதில் பங்கேற்பதற்காக இங்கே வந்திருந்தோம். இது குறிப்பாக மக்கள்கிட்ட ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு அவேர்னஸ்